Hey, what's up, everybody? Looks like we already got a couple folks in the chat. Looks like CT and Blindside and Daryl Van de Wall is in the chat already. Blindside, I got something here that you actually hooked me up with. I plan on having one of these today. The chocolate peanut spreads. I broke that bag open. Actually had a couple of them already. Uh, Broke out some vintage crackers out of I don't even know what year, like a '94 it looks like. But I don't even know what I'm eating tonight. So there's multiple choices on the table. Figured I would kind of just let you guys pick what I'm eating. I don't even know what the main is in this one, menu number 6. I would have to look that up, which I could do that right now. Let's see. Menu 6. Let's see. I don't know if that's the stewed chicken or. Huh. I'll have to dig a little deeper into this. Yep, it is the chicken and buckwheat. Chicken and buckwheat. Which I'm a fan of the Lithuanian rations myself. I really like the mains in them. They've never let me down. This one is a year. Is it a year? Yeah, it's a year out of date. January 15th of 2019 on that bad boy is the best by date right there. And this is, like I said, a Lithuanian ration, menu number 6. And then here we have a Latvian ration, which I guess in the grand scheme of things ain't too far off from Lithuanian. I don't know. Hopefully there's nothing busted in this thing. I've shipped this thing many miles. Let's just put it that way. It's went to New York like twice, maybe 3 times with me, and didn't get eaten. I don't know. It's done some traveling. Plus, came all the way from Latvia, and yeah, it's hard to tell if this thing is. It's hard to tell what kind of condition it's in anymore. It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like it's the best. It feels like there's a lot going on in there. And this one, the main is meat with vegetables, 250-gram can, right there. Got the rye bread, rice porridge with mushrooms, which I've had before, is not all that great. Caramel candies, or crabs. Why, I don't know. Strawberry jam, black currant jam, some raw almonds, a bunch of coffee. There should be 4 coffees in here. Ration heater, which should be, I think, a stove. There's some gum, sugar, maybe a baggie. I don't know. Matches. And then we have a 2019 Canadian IMP. I've not had a 2019 yet, so I was kind of anxious to get into one of these. This is the Southwest Chipotle Chicken, which I've not had this menu either. I assume it's probably pretty good. All the Canadian IMPs are pretty good. How did I mess that up? There we go. Scoot over a little bit there. Lithuania. Whoa, blindside. We'll be adventurous and open. What is it? And open the back. Oh, you mean this one? The Latvian? It's definitely up there on the menu. I'll let you guys pick which one you'd like to see tonight. That's for sure. One. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. Blindside, my dude. Super appreciate that. Anything I have tonight, I think some hot sauce would go along well with it. Probably going to go to the extreme and see what I can find back here behind my backboard in my collection of hot sauces that I've amassed. Got the ones that Carson sent over from Germany. Let's see. I've got I don't know. There's all kinds of hot sauce back here. All kinds of good stuff. Oops. And I've been told that this stuff right here is really good. I've never had it before, but with the chili and the lime, or maybe I did try this one. I don't think it has a seal or anything on it. Yeah. I don't think I have tried this one, but I'm down to try it, that's for sure. I like that wooden lid. It's a nice little touch that they still keep on there. They don't have to, you know. I don't know if I knocked crap over whenever I just done that or not. It's like Dub C is here. Tracy Phillips is here. Miss Marilyn is here. I texted Miss Marilyn a little bit ago, and this is something I'm going to throw out there for you guys as well. I know I've actually brought this up before, and nothing has ever came of it, and I really don't. I don't know what else to do other than ask you guys. I don't think anybody else has a closer line of communication with the person I'm going to ask about here. Is Nathan Stickney. Dude was all over in the chat for a long time, and I used to talk to him all the time through text and some other things, and kind of worried about him because I can't get a hold of him, and I have my reasons. So that's why I'm going to throw it out there and say that if we can get a hold of that dude somehow, some way, that would be awesome. Because yeah, man, I worry about folks like that when they just disappear, or if I know something's up, you know. There's Shocker. Anybody who's not already subscribed to good old Shocker, why don't you go over there and hook him up with a subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. Whoop. Yep. Knocking my cane over. Yeah, buddy. Got this bad boy for any public appearances I may have to make. It's yeah, it's alright. It's really hard for me to walk with it, but I can get around for just, you know, a short ways with it, not very long. My balance is horrible. Number one, number two, I can't really put that much weight on my leg without being really uncomfortable. Salty Croc Collectibles is here. He's got an awesome eBay store. I don't know if he's got anything up right now. Last time I looked, he did, but that's been a little bit. If you guys, or you should go check out Salty over there on eBay. And let's see here, Miss Maryland. That's another thing. I need like those. I don't know what I done with them. I put them up. I thought I had them on my shelves, and I think when I moved everything, I might have moved them, and now I can't see them. They're like out of sight. But anyways, AnnandAllen.com's the gooey butter cake. You guys should order you some up. Go and check out Miss Mullen. Support her company over there for sure. Check out my old video about the gooey butter cake, and all the links and stuff are in that description, so you guys can be able to get to it from there. I gotta go get some. I'll be right back, real quick. Take me just like a couple seconds. And I'm kind of back. Making my way over here. Oh yeah, I forgot. Jeez. I forgot all kinds of stuff tonight. Forgot my hot water. That's in there. Looks like Fred is here. I'm seeing the name Fred in the chat. Fred. Okay, got my water. Got my hot water. I'll tell you what, I should put out a general call to anybody who has any, you know, 60s, 70s era B units that they'd like to get rid of. I'd love to buy some for the live streams. This is actually my last B unit. It is, it's not my last one, but I did break up 2 MCIs, and this is one of them that came out of an MCI. Let me see here real quick. What did I do? Thought I had one in here too, but we must have opened the one that we must have opened this one that came from K-Man. I don't specifically remember doing it, but it must have happened. Oh yeah, I'm knocking stuff over. Yep, I'm good at that. FRH salt water is what I knocked over. I got new lights for my my little display cabinet too. These things are JK Noob, what's up? Hang on here. These little lights are actually really nice. I need to get them put into the cabinet because they're magnetic, and I may not even have to stick them in there because I think they'll stick to the metal. Let me see. I am wrong. That is it seems like a aluminum door on this thing. Huh. Not magnetic at all. I mean, it's metal. It's just, yeah. So I just stuck it to a Food Packet Survival Arctic from 1957. Stuck right to that SA6 up there. Let's see. Oh yeah, it sticks to the can of smokes too. Yep. Without much issue. Oh yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Ugh. Well, I think there's enough folks to decide what. It's a pajama jammy jam. Oh boy. Good old Gabe. Now get rid of this thing. I need to mount it in my little display cabinet. I need to get another display cabinet. I've got so much stuff that I don't have out on display, it's ridiculous. I probably got easily, I don't know, I could put a lot more stuff out. I know that. Got a lot more smokes and stuff I'd like to put out, and a few cans and older rations and stuff that eventually I'll end up opening anyway. But it's cool to have them out on display until I do get them opened up. So, alright, well, this, I guess I'll start the official which menu, what's on the menu tonight. I should have another one of these stashed away somewhere. I don't remember where I put it, but I should have another one because I planned on doing another review of one of these. I've reviewed one before, but there's so many different, like the menu diversity is so, the mains are so different that it makes sense to do different reviews of these, the mains and the sides, because like some of them have really awesome like fruity porridge sides, and like this one has the mushroom side in it, and it's just, yeah, you know, the mushroom side kind of sucks. 1966 date pudding. I've opened a couple date puddings in my day, and I've never had a good one. I've had a good fruit cake. I've had a good pound cake. I had an edible chocolate nut cake one time out of a can, which it was like a 79 or an 80. What else have I had out of the cakes that was good? Never had a good pecan nut roll. They're always bad. Or at least they've always been bad for me. I'm sure there's some out there that are still edible, You just have to find some that have been stored in a really nice, cool, dry environment without any sunlight. Obviously, the sun will, no matter how cool it is in there, if the sun's beating on it, it'll cool it down. Latvian is the consensus. And this is what, meat and vegetables? Man, I was looking forward to a 2019 IMP, but that is not going to happen tonight. I can't remember what this one was, chicken and barley or something like that. I think the main in this is chicken and barley, which I think that one actually has the honey in it too, if I'm not mistaken. Honey or, I mean, it's either honey or jam, one or the other. It's been really cold here, really cold. I got a new coffee mug too. I guess I can flip it around like this. Save the chocolate out of the Lithuanian for me. I could probably do that. I mean, it's I like the chocolate. I heard a lot of people dislike that chocolate, but I don't know how. Honestly, like it's really good. Still to this day, though, hands down the best dark chocolate bar that I've ever had out of a ration was the oh shoot, the yep, I'm getting a brain fart. Hang on, I'll look it up real quick because it should have been right on the tip of my tongue, which it is. Let's see. Holy cow. It's way back here. My list of videos. Yep. It was in this New Zealand patrol ration right here. Hang on. Kick that down. Right there. That New Zealand single meal. The chocolate bar in that was absolutely stinking amazing. And then we got, let me see if I can find, it's probably way back here, Miss Marilyn's video that I did. Wow, was it? Yeah, it wasn't that far back. Pretty far back here, though. It's been well over a year. Probably getting closer to a year and a half ago. Let's see. Jeez. Alright, I went... Hang on. I'll just look it up. There we go. There it is. Right on top. Right there. It ain't got very many views, that video. But it's actually a pretty good video, I think. It's not horribly edited. It's not horribly long. There's a lot of good info in there. And that is not a clickable link. Wow. I don't know why. But right there's the info. Yeah, there you go. You guys can pick that up right there. So it looks like I'm having a Latvian tonight, judging by what everybody has said. We'll see how this turns out. I might end up having that IMP one day this week, just for lunch or something. Looks like Fernbark just said that he got a package from our buddy R.I. Eeyore. Awesome dude. And that guy, he sent out some really awesome packages to folks. Commend him for, propping the community up like he does and staying so active. A lot of you folks out there are the same way, and I can't say enough about that. That's what makes our little community so it makes it thrive, and it makes it really fun to be a part of. Everybody isn't selfish and all about their self. Everybody here is pretty much all about sharing, and that's, that makes it really, really good. Yeah, I don't even know what year this thing is. I think it's probably a 2018, I would say. Maybe yeah, probably. Let me pick it up here and take a look at it real quick, because I'm not seeing a date code. Yeah, right there is the best by date. Looks like is February 1st of 2019. So we're just a little over a year past its best by date. I'm sure that's not the production date. I mean, it could be, but I've had it probably about that long. So if I got it, or if that's not the production date, then I got it right after it was produced. Or I mean, if that is the production date, then I got it right after it was produced, because I've had it at least about a year, I would say. I don't know. It'll be interesting to get in here and see if there's any date codes in here that'll tell me a little bit more about it. But yeah, this is a Latvian military single meal, and I would say, I mean, it's a little bit heavier than an IMP. If you've ever held an IMP, but this has an actual can in it. I would say this one's probably another, I don't know, 300 or 400 grams heavier than this IMP. If I was just to guess by, I'm just guessing. I am just guessing. We'll get this bad boy cut open. How do I want to do this? Do I want to slice it all the way across the top? You know what? I think I'm just going to cut a little hole in it right here. Let's put my hairs on there. This is some very, very thin plastic, by the way. Looks like we might have a little bit of a explosion in there. Oh yeah, oh boy. Yep. That is the culprit right there. That was a black currant jam, I think. A little 20-gram pouch. Venus brand. Looks like. Well, that sucks. Because I always look forward to the jams. These things, they have these great big huge heavy cans in them, and then they put those dainty little tins of jam in there, and in my opinion, I think that's rather silly. I mean, as you can see, it's got jam, black currant jam all over it. Looks like it might actually be a little bit bloated. That's not a good sound. Hang on a minute. I don't know if I can eat this. Sounds like there's air escaping, and I swear I can smell food. But it doesn't stink like rotten food. But still, I don't know if you can hear. Let me see if I can get you guys. It sounds like there's air escaping, but if I squeeze it, there's obviously not. I don't think. I don't know, but I don't know if you guys can even tell that it looks to be slightly bloated, which is not a good sign at all. Looks like the production date, nah, that could still be the best by date. I would say is 2019. 3/22/2019. Huh. I don't know. I'm going to go a little further here. I'm skeptical. Here's our completely raw almonds. I don't think those things are roasted or anything. There's a little accessory kit, or maybe a little brew kit. Here we have our mushroom porridge. Get you a good look. That's 50-gram pouch. It's got a little jam on it too, of course. Yeah, I probably should have just ate this thing a while back whenever I shipped it to New York the first time. Did I ship it, or it might have been in my baggage, my luggage? It's probably in my luggage. Here's the rye bread, 100 grams of that. That stuff's pretty decent, actually. Here we have our crabs. Oh my god. 41 grams of those. There's one sticking out the bottom there. Oh, there even says crabs on them. Ration brand. Those should be interesting. Does it say what flavor they are on the front? Let's see here. Nope, it does not. Let's see what else we got in this bad boy. Here's our little kit to cook the ration with. A little stove. I don't know, rubber band. You got 3 Esbit fuel tabs, which are actually name brand. Nope, 2 fuel tabs, sorry. 2 fuel tabs. And your pack of matches there with the little rooster on them. I don't know if I got it. I do not have a package of those on my shelf. That's kind of crazy. And last but not least, we have a strawberry jam that I don't know which one of these busted. This one doesn't look busted. That doesn't mean it's not, though. It's very sticky. Very sticky. Alright. Whoa, blindside. Might get some cream for your crabs. Yeah. They didn't supply any. They should be thinking ahead a little bit more. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. Okay, here we have 2 20-gram packs of sugar, which is nice. Not complaining about that. We have a package of yellow label tea. Lipton, quality #1. The finest blend. Brilliant blend with natural tea essence. Our best ever taste. 200 milliliters of water at 100 degrees Celsius for 2 to 3 minutes. Here we have the lightest weight spoon. It's almost as light as a feather. Seems like when I drop it, it should do this. It's very, very flimsy. I mean, very flimsy. And we have, what else we got in here? 4 packs of good old Nescafe coffee. There you go. So I'll lay those out up here. Nice and neat like. We have a refreshing towel, which I will be needing to get all the stickiness off of my fingers. Is there English instructions on there? There are no English instructions on there, that's fine. And last but definitely not least, we have our power gum. Which I had a piece of this up on my shelf, but it's missing. And it's just a little stick of spearmint gum in there. Not very thick. And then you have your bag that you can put stuff in to keep it dry. Just also a nice little thing to have. In our stove kit, we have a decent little stove. and it's definitely not as flimsy as some that I've encountered, like in the Russian rations stoves. Some of those are ridiculously flimsy. Here we have our safety matches, which are pretty sure these things are junk. If you can see, little brown tip, but a lot of them are much thinner than others. The actual matchsticks aren't much count, but at the same time, like, they'll light a fire. You know what I mean? And I like the smell of a good match. Get her burning up. Whoa, holy cow. That thing burned up quick. Yeah, buddy. It smells good, though. Here we have our... Whoa, Kalis. Kayfabe going through some serious health scare. Whoa, really? I haven't even seen the Kayfabe on here for a while. Well, I know everybody just saw Kalis' post right there. So, definitely be thinking about a Kayfabe there. There's actually 4 fuel tabs in there. Yep. 4 little name brand Esbit fuel tabs. Esbit's you know, that's kind of the one that started it all when it comes to little camp stoves like that. There's your instructions. There are English instructions for the stove. Does it tell you how to cook? Let's see. First straight massage, blah, blah, blah. Place dry spirit tablet in the center. Set fire. Set the canned food on top. Can must be opened. Canned food requires being opened before heating. Yet again. Do not use dry spirit tablets as food. Do not use dry spirit tablets as food! Exclamation mark. Dry spirit, 1 tablet, burn time is 7 minutes. So 1 tablet actually should heat that can up. And then we have a rubber band. It's a little one too, like it ain't got much stretch to it. Make a nice little mark on my wrist while I'm doing this. Alright, get a tray out here, and we'll get to cooking this stuff up. Alright. Probably just go throw that can in some boiling water since I already got boiling water rolling in there. Make it a little bit easier on me. Some sugar. Lots and lots and lots of coffee. Got our almonds. Our little jams that I'll probably still try them both out if I can. Hopefully I can. There's our bread. Our little stove kit, matches and whatnot. I'll set it back there. Unless you guys really are adamant about wanting to see a stove used, I think everybody knows how they work. If you don't, I don't know what you're doing here on this channel. If you need to be taught how to use this stove, I'm sure I have plenty of videos where I use them. And everybody else that you could look up does too. But if you guys want to see it, man, I could definitely show you how to use them. That's on the bag. Okay, cool. I do get the occasional complaint about not using like a flameless ration heater or something like that. But when you're doing this stuff live, you know, anything to make it a little bit more simple is the way to go. I'm still a little bit afraid of this can. I'm not going to lie. Like, I have my doubts about it, and especially, I don't know, man. Throwing this in boiling water might not be the greatest of ideas either. It might not be edible. I don't know. What should I do here? Usually I don't have this type of issue. I either know one way or the other, whether I should eat something or not. And I'm a little bit on the fence about this one. Uh, well, screw it. I'm gonna go throw it in the boiling water. Be right back. Okay, now I know I do not want to leave that in there for too long. That's one thing I want to keep an eye on. It is 35:57, so call it 36. By 44, I need to go get that thing. 44 minutes. Alright. Still trying to figure out if I can make my way to Kentucky. What is going on out there? Huh. I don't know what that was. Something outside. Eat the IMP for Gale. I've heard that if a dog won't eat something, it's not safe for a human. Their sense of smell can pick up everything. Yeah, but they can also stomach a lot of stuff that we can't, and they will also, if it's not like super rancid or super rotten, they'll still eat it, and it could very well make us sick. But Miss Marilyn says we don't want you to eat it. Huh. Okay. Ozyman, I don't know how to say it. Ozymandias, I think that's how you'd say it, can digest much worse stuff than dogs. Our digestive tract is almost as robust as a pig's. We're just much more picky. Yes, and I would have to like halfway agree with that, because I've seen my animals eat some stuff that there's no way that I could have eaten without getting sick, and they ate it and didn't get sick. Now, when I say they didn't get sick, I mean they didn't puke. That doesn't mean that they didn't feel bad afterwards, but they didn't like regurgitate whatever it was that they ate. I've seen them eat moldy, like when I say moldy cheese, I mean some moldy cheese. The cats for sure. Let's see, I've seen them eat some really nasty moldy ham before, which is definitely not something that I think we could eat. What else have I seen them eat? Those are just the things that pop into my mind right now that I know for a fact I've seen them eat and not get like horribly sick. But like I said, they might have been lethargic after, and I just didn't notice. That's definitely possible. Let's see here. I wanted to use the new Bob Ross mug here, but this thing is freaking humongous. I mean, it is huge. I mean, look, this bottle of water. See how big it is compared to this bottle of water. I mean, this thing's... Looks like it's got a little scuff on it right there or something. It's humongous. So let's see here. We'll go with the classic. And in the classic, we will put... Does it even say how much water to add to this Nescafe? It does not. Get a Nescafe going. I guess I could abandon this meal altogether, even though the main is in there in the... Yeah, that's probably the best thing I could do. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should just abandon this meal altogether and go for something else? Wouldn't take me but about 10 minutes to make the switch. So that could happen fairly easily. I mean, I guess it's we got to see the contents of this one, and we'll move on to something else, I guess. Try the smart move so I don't get sick. Yeah. No longer than that was in there, which was literally just a couple minutes. Yeah, like about 3 minutes of what was actually in there. It had already started to significantly swell up, and that's kind of what I was afraid of. And it didn't sound right either. I know that might sound crazy, but let's see. Go for something else, but maybe open the main to see what it looks like. I just threw that thing in the fridge so it wouldn't explode. Yeah, that's a possibility. I'll be super disappointed if it's still edible though. That'll crush my. Never backed out of a ration before like this. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. Oh yeah, hey Blindside, thanks for the super chat, my friend. Did I miss another one too? I Blindside, my friend. Yeah, I'm trying to watch the chat as well. Yeah, I'll go get that can. Hang on. I'm going to assume that by me throwing it in the refrigerator, the swelling might have went back down. I'm hoping. I don't know. Might have made it worse too. I don't know. Yeah, I've never done this before. Never pulled out a ration to eat it and backed out of it like this. This is a first. Good old Latvian. Alright. Alright, here we go. Be right back. I'll grab that out of the fridge. So I wrapped it up in a towel and threw it in the fridge. Yeah. It's not coming across on camera how swollen it is, but it's definitely, I can tell especially right here that it's swollen. Did get that jam off of there pretty much though. Now it seems like it's kind of got some room in it and I can actually handle it. It's cooled down enough, so yeah. Yeah, there are certain types of mold that we can consume and it doesn't hurt us. But there's also a lot of mold that'll make you super sick. In a lot of types of mold that start and thrive on food products. That are types that will make us sick. I've dove pretty deep into the realm of molds and mildews and things like that. Oh, when it comes to food, and there's a bunch of that stuff that'll make us sick. Let me get this thing out of the way. I want to see what's in this 2019 Canadian IMP. Or we can do the Lithuanian. I'm almost positive it's probably good to go. Yeah, penicillin's another edible one. You're right. That's 100%. And then there's a lot of molds that grow on cheeses. But there's also mold that grows on cheese that'll make us sick. Like the kind that, you just have growing on your cheese in your refrigerator, that like the green and nasty mold. If you eat that stuff, it'll make you sick. Let's go. Let's see what's in this bad boy. This is one of the freshest IMPs I've probably ever had. The only thing would be fresher is a 2020. Now, I've actually had this. I opened this up on a live stream. CT sent these. And again, didn't mention that. CT actually sent me this 2019. You guys got to go check out CT's channel. Because, CT's making all kinds of crazy content out there. The guy likes to eat pizza. I see that a lot. Him and Smitty go back and forth over there. Oh, we got some sliced apples. Sliced apples. Sliced apples. No, it's not crap, dude. It's good. 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 It's good. We got a big old chunky fat Kit Kat. Chunky fat Kit Kat. Chunky fat Kit Kat. Oh, here we go. Sweet and creamy. That's what she said, right? G. Schultz. You gotta. Where's G. Schultz at? Because that's what G. Schultz would say. That's not what she said. That's what he'd say. Well, that's a funny looking raspberry jam. They changed the packaging up on it, didn't they? Huh. Made it just like the peanut butter packaging. Can't even tell the difference. Too bad it's not grape jam. Coming from CT, I would expect to get grape jam in a ration. What the heck, dude? What the heck? Ugh. Cranberry maple trail mix? Never heard of that either. That is very different and new, but the maple totally makes sense. You got your maple leaf, you got your Canadians, you got your maple trail mix. That should be decent. I have a feeling it's going to be good. It's good. It's good. Ooh, we got the ice drink. Did we get 2 of them? Boom, we do. Got a date code down here. 2019, the 126th day. What the heck? How do I read this date code down here? January. I don't friggin' know. Pretty sure it's 2019 though. Maybe the 126th day. 2019? I'm not real sure. Let me look at some other date codes on here. This was produced the 312th day of 2018, so this is probably the end of 2018, early 2019 date codes. There's a 113th day of 2019, so early 2019 that was produced. Let's see what we got here. The 64th day of 2019, 9064. That is a traditional American 4-digit Julian date code on there. That's kind of weird. Peanut butter the same way. It is 8261. So the 261st day of 2018. Huh. Surprised that they didn't use the 5-digit. You Canadians are sticklers for the 5-digit. Here we have our hamburger bun. The new U.S. jam sucks, Smitty says. Really? Is this... Yep. Thermo pack. Stone Mountain, Georgia. I have to imagine that this raspberry jam is not going to be bad, though, Smitty. I've never had a bad raspberry jam. I do not see a date code on the hamburger. Oh, there it is. There it is. 5-digit. 39th day of 2019. So we're still in 2019 right there. That bun's just a little bit over a year old at the moment. Here's our Canadian spork. The good old spork. And the Canadian military issued butt ration or blanket or toilet paper, whatever you want to use it for. But if you split it up, I think you could cover up with it. Just cover the whole meal up here. Nobody needs to see this. Yep, you guys don't need to see any of that, do you? Alright. What's wrong with the main name? Main name. Never bought an MRE before. I was thinking about the pepperoni pizza slice. Would be a good first. What do y'all think? Pepperoni pizza. You know, I would hate for that to be your first impression of an MRE. That is going to be pretty much like what you would expect from it, but at the same time, like, you got to remember that that food was built to last, you know, at a minimum of 3 years. So, I would say, like, let's see, the chicken burrito bowl's good. I've heard the new beef goulash is really good. What else? The new menus. I'm trying to think of new menus. I've got plenty of old staple favorites, but chili's always really good. Chili mac is pretty decent. What else? I'm a fan of the brisket myself personally, but that's probably going to be like a iffy thing. Miss Renee says the goulash is the bomb. I have not had the goulash, but I've heard it's good. So I should try to get with Bob and have him send me one in the box. There's our little wet nap that, well, you got to turn it into a wet nap. You got to add some water onto that bad boy. I'm going to put some hot water on it this time, and now I'm just going to throw it on my neck like a hot towel. Well, I've emptied the bag. I got 3 items sitting here off to the side to show you guys. Oh, yep. Get that thing out of the way. We got our Eddie matches. Our Eddie match. Ooh, white tip. I don't know. I've had a pack of white tips before. Yeah, I don't remember having a package of white tips, but then they got that weird red line in there, whatever that's for. I don't understand. It's right directly on the back of the strip, though, on this one. That's not always the case, though. The brisket's pretty decent. I wouldn't call it like the best, but if you have like mashed potatoes to go along with the brisket, it's really good. The potatoes au gratin are decent with the brisket. What else? There is a packet of Tabasco. Tabasco. I'm glad to see some Tabasco in there. Although I like the Frank's Red Hot that the Canadians put up in there. So, actually, I said I was going to use that little towel. I don't need to use that thing. You guys, unless you want to see it, I've got it right here. It'll be off to the side. There's the... I've got a bottle of Tabasco open too we can use. But I said I was going to use some hot sauce tonight, so we'll do that too. Save one of these ice drinks. Throw that in the pack. Yeah, I got a nice little extras pack here, huh? Yep, take care, Kalis. And we'll keep an eye out for Kayfabe. I'll try to go over on her channel and comment. Let me pull that up right now, or I'll forget. Bear with me for a second. I don't know how to spell that. Let's see. SAVE. MRE. There it is, I think. There it is. Cool, 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 cool. Yep. Just clicked on a video. I'll go over there and comment on that. Go back here. My mom just texted me, which is odd. Lots. Yeah, next month is going to be a very, very, very busy month, which, I mean, next month is just a week away, and it's going to start right at the beginning of the month. Got stuff going on like the first, the first and the second, and then the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, come back, and then I'll have got something else in between there. I'm going to try to make the meetup. That would be awesome. Okay. Southwestern Chipotle Chicken 2019. Hey, Oldsmokey. Hey, everyone. How's everyone? Hello, Miss Sharon. And thanks again, Blindside, for those super chats earlier, my dude. Oh, look at that. I think didn't I just have a pouch like this? I don't remember. I've been down the rabbit hole with a lot of IMPs lately. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. I guess I could set that back here for my trash. It's not even in the picture. Good deal. Yeah, I do like these new pouches. They seem a lot more robust. They seem like they'd hold up better. They seem like they'd probably preserve the food better. They just seem all around better made than the silver packets. Let's see. Date code on here is the 78th day of 2019. It's got some air in it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, but we know that the Canadians like to put air in the food. I don't get it, but whatever. I'm gonna go throw this in some boiling water, and I'll be right back. Go. Get some of these drinks going. Yeah, we use Shocker's favorite Pink Floyd The Wall cup. Yeah. Put a blue drink in here. This ice sports drink. I think I had one of these recently, but I don't recall. Maybe I've had these before, but it's been a long time, it seems like. I could be wrong. Thank you, RL. I think this would probably be like a good mixer with a little bit of alcohol or something, probably. Could be wrong about that, but I think I'm right. I want to try it dry. I like to try the drink mixes on their own like this. That's actually really good. It's just like eating a pixie stick. It's almost exactly the same. Alright, these don't take that much water if I remember right. I don't think it's 12 ounces, is it? 250 milliliters is... What is that? 1 cup, just about. Yeah, about 8 ounces. Yep. That's what I was thinking. So about half this bottle of water, roughly. There we go. And a little bit more. Alright. Yeah, good old ice drink. Ice. I don't know. I don't know why they call it ice, because it's obviously fruity, like some kind of blue raspberry or something. I'll give that a try. It's really good. It's sweet. It's fruity. I think it is blue raspberry. If I was to guess at a flavor, that's what it would be. It's definitely some sort of berry flavor. Okay, let's check out this. I want to see what this cranberry trail mix looks like. Oy. Doesn't look too good, does it? It's all one clump. Some sunflower seeds in there. Looks like maybe pumpkin seeds. Should have probably read what was in it before I ripped it open. We got dried cranberries, almonds, sugar, icing sugar, glucose, maple syrup, high stability vegetable canola oil, well, raw cashews, pumpkin seeds, and shelled sunflower seeds. Mainly dried cranberries, though, it looks like. And it's supposed to be maple flavored, which is cool. I guess that'd be why it's all sticky like this. There's a couple. I see some cashews up in there. That's cool. I figured there's only gonna be like 1 cashew in there, but there's quite a few in there. Boy, that stuff is sticky. Super sticky. My poor little bird is not feeling good. Slept with him. He slept on my chest last night and held him most of the day. He's just not feeling good. Birds don't like to show that they're, show their weakness or anything like that. They don't want to show that there's anything wrong with them. And he's definitely got something wrong with him. I don't know what it is. Been having to feed him. Been feeding him by hand, and I've also been giving him water by hand. I don't know. I don't know what else to do for him. I feel awful. But he's having trouble, like, he seems weak, and he seems like he's having trouble with his legs, like his feet. It's like he's cramping up, and that's why I thought maybe he was dehydrated. So I started getting some water into him. Just strictly bottled water. Man, I thought maybe there was something in my water, which I use a filter on the sink, but I don't know if that's enough for him. I mean, I wouldn't drink that water, but I figured it'd be okay. But honestly, I shouldn't have done that. Honestly, that could be the problem. I hope I can flush him out with some bottled water and he'll be okay. I don't know. I just seen Tracy Phillip, Miss Trucker, a few, but just visiting for the day. Never stayed overnight. I must have missed the beginning of that conversation. There is our sweet and creamy Nescafe. Good old sweet and creamy. We'll give it 8 ounces there, just about, which is not very much water. There we go. About half a cup. I mean, that thing, I don't think it holds 16 ounces, but maybe close to it. also, off to the side here, had some drinks I wanted, a drink that I wanted to try out. Good old Bob coming out to say hello. That reminds me, links down in my description. Anybody wants to go check out Minotaur MRE or MRE Nation, or there's also a really crazy sale going on for Sapaco cases for $35 shipped to your door. The link to that is in the description of this video if anybody wants to go check that stuff out. Here we go. Oh, goodness. My goodness. That's sprayed apple juice everywhere. Look how nice and white those apples are. You know those are in preservative city, or these things would be brown as I'll get out. Yep, they gotta have tons of preservatives in there. I might break out an apple cake to go along with that. I think that's a good idea. What did I have an apple cake in the other day? I had a spare one. Daggone it. Hang on, I think I know where one's at. Yep, I think that would go good with those apples right there. If you want to do dessert, may as well do it right, right? Chocolate banana. Pizza slice. Cinnamon bun. Maybe I don't have one. Well, crap. Now, wait a minute. Nope, cornbread. Huh. Thought I had one in this Minotaur the Beast 48-hour survival kit. Where else might I have one? Let me keep looking over here. I know you guys can't see me, but I'm looking. Not one in there. Maybe there's one in this box. Nope. Not gonna be one in there either, I don't think. Nope. Not one in there. I just had an apple cake out the other day. Huh. Well, thought I was going to have myself an apple cake with that, but I guess I'm not, because I do not know where I saw that at. Huh. I don't think it's down here. Let me look real quick. Let's see. Nope. Not there either. Huh. I don't know what I done with it. Would have been nice to have that though. Let me keep thinking real quick. I'm going to keep thinking while I'm opening stuff. Could go get the main that's ready to burn up in there, I'll bet. Whoop. Huh. No idea where I saw that at. Well, I had one the other day. They do look a lot like pears. I will agree with that, Miss Marilyn. Absolutely look a lot like pears. Put these here. Sucks they only give you 1 peanut butter now. They should give you at least 2 jams or 2 peanut butters, one or the other. Yep, these are sliced apples. I had to look to make sure because they do look like pears. Here we got our bun coming. Oh, Miss Renee said super chat and I missed it, so I will go back and check that promptly. Super duper chat. Super chat. And I'm scrolling back. Jeez, I must have missed that a minute ago. Oh, Smitty. Enjoy the meal, Smokey, and enjoy the night, folks. I've got to get to parenting. Well, thank you for the super chat, Smitty, and good luck on that parenting thing, man. I know that's that can be a job. My goodness. I miss it, though, man. I miss my kids being little. I ain't going to lie about that either. I mean, I do. I miss them. I miss my kids being little. Stupid talking Canadian hamburger bun. Making me all sentimental and reminisce and stuff. Let me look underneath here. I've got to have one of those things sitting around right here somewhere. So I thought I opened up an MRE or something. What is that? Menu 6 beef frankfurters. I don't have an MRE Nation one sitting around here that's open, or I would say that would have been it, but it's not it. There we go. Straighten the camera up a little bit there. There we go. That looks a little better. Okay. Move on to getting this, get this peanut butter in knead really quick because it is hard as a rock. Okay. Alright, oh, there it is. Had to answer my mom real quick. Well, that's pretty much mixed up, I think. I mean, it's not perfect. It feels like there's still some dry spots in it. Give the jam a little knead. Sometimes the liquid separates from the jam a little bit as well. And that's something I didn't realize. Like, Campbell's used to make a bunch of preserves and jams and stuff like that. That's really how they started out. Canned tomatoes, preserves, jams, stuff like that. Why don't these packages ever rip right? Come on. There we go. Yeah. Nice. That's got a really nice smell to it right off the bat. It's very soupy. It smells a lot like beans. It smells like chili beans. It smells like chili. This smells a lot like just traditional chili. I mean, obviously it's not. Get that chipotle seasoning in there. Southwestern chipotle chicken. I guess I can leave that tipped over there. Alright. Pretty much got this meal all out on the tray. All except for the jams and stuff being opened up, which I'll do that as we go. That's looking pretty daggone good, I gotta say. The chicken doesn't look overly processed. I mean, it looks like a bunch of minced up chicken in there. It looks like chunks of tomatoes in there, big old chunks of tomatoes. We got, looks like, I think that's green pepper. Got the chipotle sauce there. Diced tomatoes, red bell peppers, and green bell peppers. This does have milk cream in it. Onions, poblano peppers, tomato paste, salt, coriander, chicken broth, spices, garlic puree, crushed garlic, canola oil, sugar, lime juice concentrate as a preservative, I assume, natural smoke flavor. Okay, natural smoke flavor. Chipotle pepper in there. And then it just says seasonings and chili peppers at the end right there. Seasonings and chili peppers. So, okay. Did I just miss a super chat by looking down? I think I did. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Miss Renee said be right back. Now, this is just barely hanging on to staying into the tray here. So I'm going to get me a bite of this to start out with. Looks like there's a lot of red meat chicken in there, brown meat. You guys can see that. It almost looks like ham. Alright, here we go. Down the hatch. Well, the chicken's really good. It is very soupy. I would say it's on the bland side. It's very strong with the tomato base. You pick up a little bit of chicken, like broth flavor in there. It's more of an aftertaste with the chicken. As far as the peppers go, I'm not really picking up any peppers in here, which is surprising after seeing the amount of peppers that are in this. Turn my wrist around here. Yeah, it's very soupy. And that stuff right there just kind of dissolves in your mouth. The chicken gives it a little texture, a little chew, which is what it needs. I would say that I'm going to break a chunk of this bread off here because I feel like it's going to need it added in here. Something like that. Let's see how that is. That's what it's missing. It's missing something substantial to give it some bulk. Definitely pick up a lot on that tomato. It's slightly creamy also, which is to me kind of weird. This dish right here, to me, I feel like you should just keep it savory and keep the cream element out of it. That's a personal preference kind of thing. But it definitely comes through. This tastes a lot like a chicken chili to me, or a turkey chili. It's not bad. I'll tell you what I don't taste. I don't have any packaging taste. It doesn't taste like a retort pouch or a can, which is nice. That's one thing about this being so fresh. It makes a huge difference. You don't get any of that packaging flavor. And it just takes a little piece of bread to really kind of help it out. What does a retort pouch taste like? kind of like, you get a little bit of like a metal tinniness to it, and then like a chemical aftertaste, I would call it. It's very specific, and they all taste the same. When food is set in a retort pouch for a long time, it just kind of absorbs some of the flavor of the packaging, and it does come through in the food. And I know a lot of people in the comments right now can back me up on that. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not something that you can't that's like that turns you off so much you can't eat something. But a lot of times it's definitely there. It's present in the flavor. It just depends on how the food was stored and how old it is, how bad the packaging flavor will be. But I would say the main thing is like a metal flavor. I feel like if I had a bed of rice to put this on, this would have been amazing. Or if it would have had beans in it, maybe, I think it would have been better. A little more, substantial, like something more with give it a little more bite and a little more protein. I think beans, really, honestly, I would prefer this to be on a bed of rice. It reminds me of something I've had before. What ration was that? I think it was a South African. I had like a chicken. What was in that South African? Daggone it. Let me see if I can look it up really quick. Because it does heavily remind me of something. Let's see. Yep. And I'm not going to be able to find it. It reminds me of that main that I had in the South African, though. I can't remember what the main was in that. But it seems like I had rice, maybe. Or it might have had rice in it. Literally, the name of it is just escaping my brain right now. Can't believe I can't remember the name of it. It's a popular dish in Britain right now. Well, it has been for a long time, actually. You guys help me out here. Curry. It tastes kind of like curry. That chicken curry that I had. But that chicken curry I had in that South African, I had rice with it, I'm sure. Or it might have been beef. I can't remember, but it was really good. I think it was chicken, though. I'm going to put some of that up in there like so. Put some of this bread up in here like that. And then I'm going to put some of this Tabasco in there because this came with Tabasco, so this will give me a good idea. Holy crap. I just dumped way too much of that out in there. I'm going to mix that up here a little bit in this corner. There we go. Alright, let's see. Okay. The Tabasco livens it up a little bit. That vinegar kind of wakes up a few of the spices that are in here and makes them come to life. It doesn't taste as much like chili. And I can taste a little bit more of the peppers. Yeah, that's not bad. What's up, Gun Dog? Looks like Mickey Joe stopped in. You guys got to go check out Mickey Joe and Gun Dog's channel, both of them. Hook them up with a subscribe if you haven't done that already. I'm going to assume that most of you guys probably are subscribed to them, but if you haven't, definitely check them out if you like what they do. Hit that subscribe button. I guess I should encourage people to do that on my channel as well. Hit that subscribe button. Okay. I really wish I had something for that to go along with that. I've got to have something laying around here that I can use. Let me look in my little extras thing here. Maybe, just maybe, I might have a dessert or two in here. Let me look. I got a fudge brownie in there. Definitely don't want to use that. Nope. And we got some sliced peaches. Not looking good. Well, what do I have in here? Let's see. I'm thinking I'm just overlooking it here. Thought for sure I had one right here. But I guess I'm not overlooking it. I don't know if the chocolate banana nut muffin top would be good with apples or not. Probably not. Probably not. Let's say it's probably a bad idea. Ugh. Okay. Let's just let me get into this right here and see how this is. I mean, we got cashews and cranberries. This is maple flavored, by the way. And some sunflower seeds. Get that out of the main. Give it a try and see how it is. The maple flavoring is very subtle. I pick up a hint of that maple flavor as the more I chew it up. It's a nice mix of textures. The crunchy cashew and the sunflower seeds and stuff. The chewy cranberries and then that little bit of sweet maple flavoring added. It's not bad. Yeah, the applesauce cake with some cream cheese frosting would be really good. You can get some of those apples involved in there. Oh, yeah. I'm going in for an apple right now just because I think it'll follow that fruit and nut mix up really well. Well, those apples, like I said, are very white in color. Won $500 and you bought cake. That's funny. Sounds like something I'd do. I'd buy First Strike bars if I won something like that. I'd just spend it all on First Strike bars, probably. The apples got a really nice crunch to them. They don't just dissolve, which is nice. Kind of remind me of like that Granny Smith texture, though. They're not really like the like a crunchy apple. They're more like a gritty type of apple, I would say. It's definitely time for some raspberry jam, though. I know that. Smaller the hole, the more control, as Gundog would say, which is very true. And that is not what she said on that one, right? I think I forgot to text G. Schultz. Maybe I should do that right now. I will do that right now. Yep. Where are you at, Mr. Schultz? Weird. There we go. I found him. There we go. Send him a text. Hopefully it sends. Raspberry jam. Peaches every day. Peaches from a can. They were put there by a man downtown. You guys remember that stupid song from the 90s? Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. Millions of peaches. Peaches for free. Stupid song. Oh boy. That was like a probably a #1 hit, topping the charts for months. Alright, raspberry jam. Let's find out if the American jam really sucks like Smitty said it did. Well, it's not bad, but I've got to say, that is not the classic raspberry jam that I'm used to coming out of Canada. Son of a gun. What are you doing, Canada? There's no way it's cheaper to ship raspberry jam up there than make it yourself. Outsourcing the jam is something they need to stop doing ASAP. Yep, I'm going to miss the jam. That is for sure. Try this peanut butter out. Is this American as well? It is. Thermopack, Stone Mountain, Georgia. USA. I can tell a difference in the peanut butter too. It does not have that sweetness that the Canadian peanut butter used to have. That's just straight up American peanut butter now. There's no difference between this American peanut butter and the Canadian peanut butter. They're doing the exact same thing for both of us. My little donut hole of peanut butter there. Try them both together. Okay, they do go well together. Maybe even better than the old raspberry and peanut butter went together. But I liked eating the raspberry jam on its own, and I liked eating the peanut butter on its own. I usually didn't mix them. Huh. Alright, so I do like those together. They do work. But at the same time, I prefer the old Canadian style. Yeah, it was much better. Much better. Let's see how this bread goes with the goes with an apple. Let's just see if it'll work. I'll soak the bread a little bit. Some of that syrup. Give them a try together. Huh. Oh, look at that. That was slick. Yeah. Doing good things here. Dropping my chunky monkey Kit Kat in my Chipotle chicken, Southwestern Chipotle chicken. Now that was real smooth. Come on, Smokey. You know better than that. Got the good old Butterfingers rolling there. I'm saving that. I'm going to give that to my son. Because I have, well, that's sweet. That's sweet. This is sweet together. Like, triple sweet. But, and then we got this also, which I haven't even tried yet. This is the sweet and creamy. Oh, it's actually really good. Mmm. I like that kind of 3-in-1 mix. The coffee, the creamer, the sugar, all mixed together. The sweet and creamy. This is pretty much exactly how I'd prefer to have it made. Mmm. I have a good old chocolate peanut butter here that Blindside hooked me up with. Ooh, it's pretty stiff. It's going to take some good kneading. And I guess I can just eat some of this on that bread since, yeah, why not? Instead of opening up a pack of crackers. Hello, everyone. What am I missing here? 2019 Southwestern Chipotle chicken. Oh, excuse me. Pretty much tastes like chicken chili or turkey chili. In my personal opinion. That's what I think. Really hope I can end up making the meetup this coming month. Me and K-Man both were talking about it, and both of our months of March are filling up and filling up quickly with stuff that obligations that we have to attend to, which the TV show will be airing in March, so that's a thing. Well, I needed the crap out of that, and it did not really mix up well. Not the way I would like for it to have. It's still kind of runny. Let's see. I've never had it on bread before. That's not bad. I want to try it with some jam. Might be a little weird. I actually imagine this to be a little bit weird, but I'm going to give it a try. You got your chocolate peanut spread and some raspberry jam. I don't know about this. Let's see. Well, you know what? That's actually really good. The fruitiness really brings out the chocolate, and they actually mix well together. A lot of times I don't like the chocolate mixed with the fruit. A lot of times it just doesn't work for me. For some reason right there, that actually worked really well. I gotta go in for another shot of that because that was pretty daggone good. Now this might be one of those things that's like good for a couple bites, and then you kind of get sick of it, you know. The chocolate with the jam, chocolate peanut spread. What about in 3 minutes? Sounds like an adults only stream. What now? I saw Miss Kaylin say that you couldn't make it because of the travel. If it was much further, I wouldn't be able to even think about making it either. I really do think that at some point, like if we're going to have a main meetup this year, we should have one in Vegas. I've never been to Vegas, but it seems like that's like the place where everybody wants to go anyway. And I would love to set up an actual meetup in Vegas, but that would definitely take, months and months ahead of time, announcing it, planning it, getting a venue for it, maybe trying to get folks to actually travel and bring part of their collection for trade or sale, and set it up to where it's actually an event to where you can come and purchase things and trade things and things like that. I feel like that was probably, I mean, not that we don't do that anyways, but set it up like an actual show or an event or something. Yeah, I left that thing on there a little bit too long. Not smart. Not smart at all. Yeah, this is good stuff. I'm going to share some more of that with my son. As far as this goes, I just barely pick up on the maple. Are there any Canadians in here who have had this 2019 mix? Because I don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but it does seem pretty light on the maple flavoring. How's the new endeavor going, G. Schultz? I should have asked you about that long before now. Or maybe, you could text me how that's going. Somebody getting ready to hit the road. CT, are you hitting the road, buddy? Get old CT again, everybody. Go subscribe and check out CT's channel. Go over there, harass him in the comments. Tell him Oldsmokey told you to come over there and just give him all 10 kinds of different kinds of trolling nightmares over there. Go troll CT's channel. As long as you go over there and subscribe, I'm on board with it. Oh yeah, you'll be able to find the time, Mr. Schultz. Yeah, it's I'm sure it won't be easy, but yeah, man, the community's there behind you, dude. You'll figure it out. You'll find the time to get back in the groove of things. We believe in you. That's for sure. Honestly, I think out of the people that are still active on YouTube or even in the community, I think you've probably been doing the videos the longest out of anyone. How many years has it been now? 9 years? Has it been 9 years? It would take me forever to go and scroll through your videos to see how far back I could get. Uh, let's see if I can do that. Which should probably tell me how many years you've been doing it, but let's see here. I don't know if it's going to happen. No, it doesn't. Yep, it'd take me forever because it's got to. I scroll through like this and then it's got to load, 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 load. So we're 5 years back right now. 6 years back. 8 years back. 8 years back. Rewiring an old drive-in movie theater speaker for use 8 years ago. That's pretty crazy, man. Reheating leftover pizza in a frying pan skillet. Unboxing MREs from eBay to check the date codes. Looks like the first MRE review you put up was menu number 6, chicken with noodles. Let's see here. That was in 2011. It has legit the 20th of next month, or actually not next month, but May. The 20th of May will be 9 years. And actually, you've probably been posting longer ago than that, but this is the first MRE review that you put up. May 21st, 2011. That was pretty cool you had that up there. The Boston Phoenix. Is this the end? That's cool, man. What are they reporting as the end? Absolutely, positively, the last issue ever. All aboard the Rapture bus. Atheist will eat your pets. Left behind a fact check for the damned. The Antichrist. Larry Flint speaks. Ryan Landry not going anywhere. An unrepent guide to the rapture. There it is. There's the headline. Oh yeah, I remember that now. That's right. The Mayan calendar. Is that what it was, G. Schultz? Was it the Mayan calendar whenever they predicted the end? That was clear back in, what, 2011? Okay. So it was the Mayan calendar whenever the calendar supposedly ended. I mean, let's be realistic. The fact that the Mayans had a calendar that went all the way to 2011 is pretty astonishing anyways. Like, those guys were friggin' doing it. Alright, now there's something else I wanted to do while here. Now, this is an MRE Nation product. I would assume that they still have this stuff. We got your French Vanilla Cappuccino Mix and your Swiss Mocha Cappuccino. Now, the French Vanilla Cappuccino Mix, this is something that the U.S. does and puts in rations. The Swiss Mocha Cappuccino Mix is not something. This seems to me like a hot chocolate with coffee in it, which is something that I do on a regular basis. Vegas is cheap to travel to. Your old pal Fernbark. I've heard that. I've also heard it's cheap to stay there if you do it right. I know that the buffets and stuff, the prices on all that stuff went way up compared to what it used to be. But at the same time, like, I'd be willing to give that place a try, man. Like, I'd really like to check it out and have a meet up there. I'm lighting up a smoke while I get this this Swiss Mocha cappuccino mix from MRE Nation mixed up. You guys, if you want to check that kind of stuff out, go over there and check out their website. You can pick up all kinds of stuff like that. Looks like Dub C's taken off. Let me break out the Las Vegas lighter since we're talking about it right now. K-Man sent me this a few years ago. I don't even know how many years ago. A few years ago anyway, for my birthday. Oh yeah. What do we got, a 30-year-old camel here? Yeah, 30-year-old, just, yeah. What would this be? Yeah, 30-year-old camel, 31, 32-year-old camel. 31, 32-year-old, something like that. Okay. What do I got going on here? I need a cup. We're going to do a mix between MRE Nation and foreignmre.com. Foreignmre.com. And MRE Nation. Where do I have something with MRE Nation's name on it? Do I have something sitting around here? I do not. Wait a minute. I've got to have something here. I mean, I guess I got a cup that's got a bunch of extras in it. Yeah, there we go. MRE Nation. And foreignmre.com. Mixing the two. Got the MRE Nation Swiss Mocha Cappuccino mix. Like I said, I assume this is like a hot chocolate with coffee in it. Which is how I prefer to make my coffee in the morning. Like, I'll take a thing of Swiss Miss, or, you know, the equivalent, and mix it. Instead of adding water to it, I'll just add coffee to it. There's a good look at it. It's really light in color. It smells a lot like hot chocolate to me. Got a little dust in my cup. Been sitting there for a minute. There we go. Lots and lots of powder in this package right here. And that's a gusseted package too. I don't think you could mix a drink up in that, honestly. I mean, if you could, you'd be pushing it. I mean, if you were in dire straits and didn't have anything to put your drink in, and you just added your water to that, like, I guess you could get by. It says to add 6 to 8 ounces, so if you was adding it in the pouch, I mean, you'd be lucky to get 6 ounces in that thing with the powder, I would think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you could get 8 ounces in there, but I seriously doubt it. There we go. I probably didn't even add 8 ounces to that. Lots and lots of powder in that bad boy. Tons. Very thick. This is the Swiss Mocha Cappuccino. Good old cappuccino. Oh, forgot about my smoke. Don't want to waste that. See, look. Look at that. Now, I got some more mixing to do. That is so thick. I think I'm probably going to have to add some more water to that. It calls for 6 to 8 ounces, but I think I'd probably prefer it with less. Or, I mean, more water. Less powder, I guess. Less thick. Romo, are you eating in there, buddy? It sounds like you're eating. That's a boy. Eat some food, buddy. I hope my bird is in there eating on his own. Feeding him by hand sucks. Can't find your instant coffee type 2. That sucks. Daniel says the old lady rearranged the cupboards. Can't find the type 2 coffee. Yep. This thing's, I mean, I'll try it the way recommended real quick, but I'm probably going to just be adding some more water to that. Okay, so it's pretty viscous. It's pretty thick. I don't pick up much coffee in there. I pretty much just pick up, mainly like a Swiss hot chocolate. It's really thick and creamy, though. It's, I have no complaints there. Very chocolatey. Rich and sweet. Still, even though I added that's a solid 10 ounces of water in that bad boy right now. It's still quite thick and viscous. Yep. Alright, now I'm just reading the chat. Oh yeah, me and G Schultz had some good fun. We hung out the night before too, which was cool. I think it was the night before. Was it? Did we do it? Did we hang out 2 nights in a row, or was there a night in between there? I don't remember how many nights you were in New York. Because if you were there for like 3 or 4 days, there might have been a night in between. But yeah, that whole thing worked out really well. I gotta say, for not being any type of rehearsal or anything like that. But I think it was good for us to hang out the night before and kind of break the ice and Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That was the night. It was the night before we went and hung out and where was the name? What was the name of that? It was like the Cosmic Diner or something like that. It's funny because later I found out we were going to go to the Times Square Diner, which is supposed to be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But the one night that me and G Schultz, we were going to go there, but we for some reason we changed our mind and went somewhere else. But that night, for some reason, I don't know why. I didn't ask why or find out why. But the Times Square Diner was actually closed that night that me and him would have went. So it's a good thing we didn't walk all the way down there and the place be closed. You ever been to a restaurant around Times Square where they have aspiring Broadway performances? Oh, no, somebody was telling me about that, though. I can't remember the name of that place, though. It's pretty popular right there around Times Square. Like I said, I've heard people talk about it and they told me I needed to go there. Next time I go, I'm really going to try hard to hit up a comedy club. There's supposed to be some big time comedy club. I thought I'd went to the bigger ones, but I guess I didn't. I can't remember the name of the comedy club, but I got a buddy who's actually working in this supposedly huge comedy club where all like the stars come through, and where a lot of new comedians cut their teeth that end up making it in showbiz or whatever. It's a weird thing to say, but I don't know what else to call it. I don't really know that much about the entertainment industry. Just being honest, everything I know I've learned in the last 6 months or so. It's a whole different world than I would have ever thought that it was. I mean, you have your preconceived notions and your ideas of what it would be like, but it's really nothing like what you think it would be. Yeah, oh yeah, I definitely think that the other diner would have been better, but at the same time, I'm glad we didn't roll down that direction, because if we had have, it would have been closed. Which is, like I said, that's weird because the place is open 24/7, and it's weird that it was closed. All right, let's get a true assessment of this Swiss mocha cappuccino mix from MRE Nation. Huh. Yes, sir. That Sapaco deal still is in effect. $35 free shipping on the cases to your door. As long, well, which I know where you live, so yeah, that definitely. But in the lower 48 states, from what I understand, I guess Hawaii and Alaska is different because, which I never really thought much about that, but I always thought that if you shipped most things, if you ship priority mail, they go to Alaska or Hawaii same price, but I could be wrong about that. I am going to grab a vintage Camel. Smoked 2 in a row. It's been a long time since I've had a good vintage non-filter, and this is out of one of my collection packs that I opened and took with me to New York. Boost! Tell Ethan to get on Xbox. It's one of his friends. Ethan! One of your buddies just said to get on to Xbox. Oh, what did I do? I did not get a Camel out of here. Huh. There we go. So this, I don't know when this TV show thing is going to be, oh, a History Savior just showed up, looks like. Boost says, no, it lags our live stream. That is very true. Which I think Ethan will probably wait until I wrap up anyway. I gotta say, the Chipotle chicken meal, I should have lit that with a match. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh well. The Chipotle chicken meal overall, not bad. You know, this truly, the Kit Kat, is the dessert. The apples, I would call that a snack. You know, I think that's one thing. It's just the vernacular that they use in the IMPs. They straight up call these apples the dessert, and then they throw, what is this, 40 gram candy bar in the mix. Pretty sure that's your dessert. You know, this could even be considered a dessert in my mind. But as far as this goes, I would consider this more of a snack than which a snack could be dessert as well. So they all three kind of qualify. For that matter, even so would a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my mind. You know, that's like a sweet treat. So, yeah. That wasn't a super chat, was it? It was a super chat. Boost, it's a super chat. Ethan's buddy. My son's buddy with the super chat. I didn't even realize it. I just read it and I was like, huh. Ethan, your buddy wants you on super on Xbox. Funny. Funny. Well, thanks for the super chat. Let's see. Daniel, that's why I keep it in my office. I have not had time to search for vintage rations lately, or vintage anything old food wise, which is kind of, you know, I'm in the general market for vintage old food. I've got a pretty cool box of old food up here. I don't know if I can pull it out without knocking a bunch of crap over, but check this out. Boom. That is, yeah, that is a box of Batman cereal from 1989. No tropical oils, fortified with 9 essential vitamins and minerals. So, that's pretty cool. Love it. And I would probably attempt to actually eat that box of cereal. I don't think it would taste very good, but you never know. You never know. It could be perfect. You know, that's you never know until you try. And with a box of cereal like that, the only thing is with that box, it has that huge piggy bank, you know, saran wrap to the outside of it, more or less. I would have to cut that off of there to be able to try that. Well, maybe not. I might be able to open that box up and try it and then restuff the box with newspaper and close the box back up. That may be able to happen. I might just do that. Might try that in a video sometime. That'd make a nice, quick, simple video. You know, talk a little bit about the Batman cereal and what it's all about. And see if it's held up for the last 31 years. Man, it's wild to think it's been 31 years since the Michael Keaton Batman came out. I don't know about you guys. I'd love to see it right here in the chat. When you think of Batman, who do you think of? Do you think of Adam West? Do you think of Michael Keaton? Do you think of Ben Affleck? Do you think of, I'm trying to name him off and I'll forget his name. Val Kilmer. Didn't he do Batman too, Val Kilmer? I think he did. Miss Marilyn says Adam West. I personally think of Michael Keaton as my Batman. And then, of course, you got, you know, your Joker. Yeah, Nicholson was crazy as the Joker. But I've got to say, Ledger played the best Joker ever. I mean, and I do feel like that Michael Keaton was the best Batman. I think he embraced the role. You never would have thought of him as being Batman. I mean, he just finished up Beetlejuice before he done that role. Whoa, hey, History Savior, sending you a complete unopened World War II K-Rap breakfast pretty soon. No way. No way, dude. You can't do that. No, dude. Don't do that. That's no way. Please don't do that. I can't accept that. That's like, today's market's ridiculous. Those things are going for ridiculous money, man. And thank you for that super chat, by the way, man. But I can't accept that. Oh yeah, the Batman. Yeah, I gotta say that, you know, the past Joker, I guess it would have been what, 2 Jokers ago? 2 Jokers ago, yeah. That Jared guy played him, and then of course the newest rendition. Yeah, Christian Bale. I mean, he definitely he did a good job playing Batman, I gotta say. But Michael Keaton kind of made Batman into the more gritty, you know, tough guy type than, because before him it was the Adam West comic booky. Hey, calm down, buddy, calm down. You want me to lift you up there? You can't bark at me if I do that. Here, I'll help you up there. Here, come here, buddy. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Don't. Hey, stop it. You're gonna hurt yourself. Yeah, my little dog he's got issues now too. Last time I was out of town, he was taken to the doctor or the vet, and he has congestive heart failure. He's got fluid around his lungs, and he's been out of the medicine for the weekend. We have to go Monday and get his medicine the day after tomorrow. So he hasn't had his medicine today. And I think we realized that he'd ran out last night. He had medicine the day before. Oh, I'm into pain. What's happening, Smoke? What's up? I'm into pain. Good to see you in the chat. Awesome. And we had History Savior down there that just popped in right before you with another super chat with something that there's no way I can accept his generous offer there. Batman is Batman and lives of his opponents, by the way. I did like Nicholson, as well as Ledger, but they're pretty different. Yeah, they were very different. But you got to think, like, when Michael Keaton and Nicholson were doing it, they were reinventing those roles completely. Like, they were seriously coming from, like, the comic booky, pow, and the red phone, calling the governor and all this, all that, or the mayor, all that stuff is comic booky. And they moved into, like, the more darker realm of Batman, where it was more like you had the sadistic Joker, and you had Michael Keaton, the tough guy, trying to act like the tough guy Batman, which it's funny to go back and watch because he can't move his neck. So every time he turns, it's kind of funny to watch because he's got to move his whole body to turn his head. So that I always like rewatching that, knowing that fact, because of the way the headgear was made. He couldn't turn his neck at all, so he couldn't turn his head. But yeah, oh, hang on a second. At least one. Good deal. But yeah, whenever I was growing up and that Batman came out, like, that was the bee's knees, man. Nobody wanted Jack Nicholson to play the Joker, and they definitely didn't want Michael Keaton playing Batman. And the fact that both of those guys ended up getting the roles and playing their parts in the movie, it's pretty miraculous that it even happened. But it worked out so well. That movie, it holds up today. I can still watch it, and it's not bad. I mean, it's not like watching the newer ones, but it still holds up, and it surprises me that it does, because that movie, well, it's 31 years old now. So yeah, the fact that Tim Burton was the director of that movie too. He just done what was that Christmas movie he done, like the stop motion or whatever. A case of a dozen. Holy. I could tell you some stories, man. I'll have to text you after this and tell you about a couple things that I know about in existence. They'll never see the light of day. I'll tell you that. But I do know of some collections and some people. I was talking about it actually earlier today with someone about some things that have been found, maybe photographed, and then stored away. And I honestly don't think they'll see the light of day until maybe that person, unfortunately, one of these days we all will pass away. That'll probably be the first time those things see the light of day again. And it's unfortunate because, I mean, just the way the market's gone now, I mean, I can tell you, like, there's like 4 people that are bidding things up beyond the normal person's realm of affordability, and way beyond my affordability range. A lot of those items that I'd love to be able to pick up and actually review, like the older, more rare stuff. Or just, it doesn't even have to be that rare. Just older stuff that's been reviewed before. A different perspective on it's always good. Condition is always different from one item to another. Even a lot of times, even if they came from the same case, one will hold up. Different menus will hold up different than a different menu, obviously. So there's a lot of range there on why I think it's worthy to have multiple people review the same item. Used to be, back in the day, I used to think, well, if somebody's reviewed it, then we've seen what's inside. There's no point in doing another one. Why open this one up and it be gone forever? But at the same time now, like, I look at it a little bit differently, because what I'm doing, instead of just collecting stuff, I'm collecting the experience of, you know, opening it up and trying to eat it, and I get to collect that in video form. So whenever it's something that's worthy of a video, worthy of actually setting down, filming it, editing it, doing the research on it, you know, and writing down the facts, and, you know, trying to spit out some interesting things about the item, putting all those things together, that in itself is a digital collection to me. So I get to, you know, turn my physical collection into a digital collection of memories and videos. So that's kind of the route that I changed my mindset on how I'm a collector, because I've been a collector since I was a kid. I've collected different things ever since I was very young. Yeah, History Savior just said that eBay is notorious for having fakes, and that is not a joke. You'll see a lot of people trying to pass reproductions off as real, or they're just straight up fakes. Not even a reproduction. It's something that somebody made and aged and tried to make look age appropriate, and they'll try to pass that off as legit. That's the exact reason I started reviews, so I would have a record of what I ate and my impressions. Yeah, exactly, man. It makes total sense, Gundog, too. Yeah, again, even if there's a review of this stuff out there, I'm doing it for myself, as long as, you know, as well as everybody else that, you know, doesn't mind to watch it. But first and foremost, I have a record of it. I have a video that I can go back and rewatch and remember, and have that, basically have that experience again. It, you know, triggers all kinds of memories in my brain, to where it's like you get to go back in time and relive that situation because it's on video. So that's a huge plus to doing what we do and documenting these things as we go along on video, trying to throw some interesting facts out there about them, but also just having that memory of opening it up and trying some of these things. And honestly, like, my goal has been from the very beginning to eat the same food that my grandpa ate during World War II, and I did accomplish that. And I at one point had a huge layout of probably one of the largest single settings of consumable food from World War II at the time. Steve has recently blown that out of the water with all those B units that he had, that he did the video of recently. You know, a few months ago, I would say. It's probably, what, 3 or 4 months ago, something like that. Maybe 2 months ago, when he opened up all those B units, like the hour and something long video, which is totally justified for what it was. And that right there that would be a dream come true, to actually get a hold of some cans like that are still edible, that would have been the exact same cans that my grandpa would have been handed during World War II, and handed his lunch. I mean, that right there in itself would be a dream, literally a dream come true. And I've always been chasing that. I haven't had a complete meal, but I did have like a ton of items all at one time. I had the leftovers of one of Steve's K-Ration reviews, so I had basically every item, including the cigarettes, from one of his K-Ration reviews back in the day. And then I had a bunch of stuff that I got off of a family that had, what had happened was that the K-Rations obviously exploded, so they took like the sugars, the drinks, the bouillons, the coffees, the sugars, the cream, everything. They took everything out and saved every single thing that they could. And that's, you know, I had a nice large assortment. Boost. When is the History Channel show coming out? Can't wait to watch it. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Was that a typo? Thanks for the super chat, by the way. March 11th. Actually, you know what? Let's. I don't know if I'll get a copyright strike or not, but if I do, I do. I mean, I'm on the dang thing, so, and it's promoting the show. But I can definitely show you this.
Track down the rarest, strangest, most iconic foods from history and eat them. put it all on the line to uncover which foods have stood the test of time and which should have stayed in the box. To us, unboxing historical food is like opening a door to the past. When you can eat something that is 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, it's the only way you can legitimately taste history. Eating History. New series premieres Wednesday, March 11th at 10.
There you go. Hopefully that nothing comes of that, me showing you guys that. I think they'd be fine with that. Have some sprinklers handy, history savior, a light rain, wet clothes. Yeah, some, what do you say? It's, what am I talking about here? Mayonnaise. What, super chat? Got the super chat, I think. Yep, got the super chat. Oh, my tripod is almost ready to fall over. Whoop, yep. That was my fault. Definitely my fault. Yikes. There we go. Okay, back into the they changed they didn't see how they evolved and improved during the war. If you could choose any one country's MRE to try out that you haven't had yet, which would that be? Huh. Well, that's a good question. I have to think about that for a second, because there's nothing that, like, I've had on my mind and been like, oh yeah, like the one that sticks out in my mind would be to try to get, and I don't even know for a fact that they have rations, would be a South Korean ration, because it's like, it's one of those untouchables. It's one of the things that people think exists and nobody's ever seen actually, an actual ration come out of North Korea. Sorry, North Korea. North Korea would be amazing to get my hands on one of those. I think Mexico uses U.S. rations and a lot of civilian rations. I would say probably North Korea would be like you would be taking a huge risk by eating some food that came out of there. Don't get me wrong. I do feel like that could be an issue, but it would definitely be worth trying. I would almost want to test the food before I ate it, but it takes like a week to get tests back. It's ridiculous. History Savior's point well made. I collect as well, but it doesn't do any good sitting in the war room if nobody sees it. We are filming a 24-hour World War II foxhole challenge, reviving 24 hours in a reviving 24 hours in a soldier's shoes next week. Oh, that's really cool, man. Yeah, I'd like to see that myself. I think you meant to type reliving 24 hours in a soldier's shoes would be my bet. Gundog says India. Have I seen an Indian ration before? Is it just me, or I'm thinking Steve had an Indian ration before? It may have never made YouTube. That could be the case, but it seems to me like he had one at one point. A Middle Eastern ration. So you mean like the United Arab Emirates, something like that, Kalen? I could have got one of those UAE rations that might have been pretty recently. It might have been 3 months ago. 3 to 6, 7 months ago, something like that. Somewhere in that range, I could have got my hands on one of those, but I decided against it just because I do not think it would have made it through customs, to be quite honest. You'd have to get really lucky to end up getting one of those. An Indian ration would be so cool, or something from the Middle East, like Afghanistan. I wonder what Afghanistan even does for rations, because I'd almost bet that they probably got surpluses of old U.S. rations sitting around over there, and they're probably eating 30-year-old rations over there themselves. Stuff that was left behind in Kuwait and stuff like that. I think it would be cool if Mexico made their own rations, because I feel like they'd put a really unique twist on what a ration is, because I feel like, they would be pretty particular about wanting that Mexican style food in the rations. So it'd be kind of cool to see what they'd come up with for a ration, if they, which I like. Again, I don't think they have. I think they eat U.S. rations. Everything I've ever found, that's what they eat. But North Korea would be interesting. Got a Polish Armed Forces SR single meal MRE menu number 9 coming. You interested in it? I actually have a couple Polish coming as well. I just will have to say we'll see if it makes it. But that menu number 9, I've heard that that's a good menu. You probably should eat that thing, Blindside. That is super generous of you, my dude. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Let me think about the menu number 9. Is that the one that's got the meatballs in it? Seems like they do. Mexico make a few called Sedna. Really? Interesting. Let me see if I can look that up right now. Is there any pictures of them out there, Gundog? Sedna, huh? Mexico. S-E... What's it called? S-E-D-N-A? No, D-E-N-A. S-E-D-E-N-A. Sedina? Let's see. Is there any images of them? Nope. It's a bunch of French popping up here. Russian. What is this? What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that a, a Monot cross? Is that what that is? No, that's not what that is. I don't see the sardines and the, let's see what else we got here. That's Spanish. British popping up there. I do not see. Let's see. Let me see if I can find a website. Reddit information on pictures of Mexican Army rations. Is there anything on Reddit? How to eat like a Marine. Marine for the first time. Whose video is this on Reddit? Posted in our MRE. So that's a YouTube video. What is that? Oh, for Sebastian? Usually deploys troops near the barracks so they don't use field combat rations. Not sure how true or current this is, but I'd love to see an update to this post. That was in 2017. Sadly, they aren't to be found. We're fairly certain they use either grocery boxes or USA MREs when they need them in the field. I'm still looking, but chances are, if I can find it, probably no one can either. If I can't find it, no one else can either, in or outside of Mexico. Okay. So, what is that? I don't know what that is. MRE info forums. Is there a picture on here? It looks like no. Wikipedia. I'm curious now. I'm digging in. I want to see if there's a Mexican ration picture out there. Have you guys seen the Pablo Escobar phones? I gotta ask. The Fold 2, it's called. It's straight up like a Samsung Galaxy Fold that you can buy for $399. The cameras are good on it. Like everything I saw about the review that Unbox Therapy did was good, and I would almost order one of those just to see. Oh, I missed a super chat. Miss Marilyn says, "Whoa, Miss Marilyn! Everybody tell Jaden how much we miss him." Jaden, where is Jaden here? Private J. Oh, I could only say when we got back. Oh, so you're back. Well, good. Good that you made it. Uh, Good you made it through your trip. I'm glad to see you back. Miss Renee said super chat. My bad. Yeah, it's good that you're back. Absolutely. Hopefully you wasn't doing anything too crazy and dangerous. Which the state of things right now is not that great. So thank you, Miss Marilyn, for the super chat, and glad to see that Jaden has made it back safe and sound. I assume you got your feet planted directly on some U.S. soil. They do Mexico mix a few called Sedina. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I was looking at. Yep, I mean that's what I'm trying to find. Trying to find a picture of it. Never heard of that phone. I'm 9 in a Galaxy S5. What? I'm in a Galaxy. What? I think you mean you're still on a Galaxy S5. I was still using a Note 3 until not that long ago, so don't feel bad. I think that's about the same. Actually, the S5's newer than the Note 3. And then I switched out of the Note 3. Now I'm rocking this thing, which is the cameras are dirty. Take this cover off of it. Clean it up real quick before I try to put it on camera here. But yeah, the cameras on this thing, that's the whole reason that I got this particular phone. I've always been a Samsung Galaxy guy, an Android guy, which I still am, an Android guy. But I did veer away from the Samsung because I did my research and I heard that the cameras on this thing was awesome. And they are, for taking pictures. I've taken some absolutely amazing pictures with this particular camera, but as far as like live streaming video on it, the autofocus on it sucks. But yeah, got the V40. It's a little bit dusty maybe. Looks like I got a pretty good scratch on it right there, but I bought it brand new off of eBay about it's not been a year yet. This is actually the black phone, but it has a blue color to it. I don't know if you can notice like that line that goes through it like a tiger's eye. Definitely got a scratch on the glass back right there. That sucks. But yeah, it's kind of got a blue tint to it, really. And then I've got the glass screen protector on it that's cracked here, cracked here. Didn't stick right over here, as you can see. It's got the notch at the top. But the cameras on this thing really are amazing. I'll go into my gallery, see if I can show you guys a couple pictures that I can legally show you. I can't show you guys any pictures from the TV show, but I can show you other stuff that I've done, like traveling. Here's a cool picture I took in Times Square. This is a pretty good one. It's just a stupid drink that I had, but I did it with the cool background. There's another Times Square picture. There we go. Turn that light off. You can see a little better probably. These aren't bad. Pretty vibrant and bright. I think you can actually, yeah. With my eyes, I can see the 2020 right there, but it's blurry on the camera. I've got a couple other cool pictures right here too. Juniors. That's a cool one. Let's see. Yeah. Still, the reflections are just not good. There we go. It's like blown out. Okay. Gotta go down further than that. Way further than that. Got some cool nighttime driving photos there. That's a really good one. Looks a lot better. Like here on screen it looks blown out, but it's not. Yeah, it's good to see you home, Jaden, for sure. Good to see you back into the community here. I need to get an OtterBox for this thing. It's actually been giving me troubles and been shutting down on me just like randomly. Just shuts off on me. And when I say shuts off, I don't mean like the screen goes black. I mean it shuts completely off. And it has to reboot, which absolutely sucks. Somebody said something about being homesick. Oh, he's not home. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I mean, you know, I even still get homesick, man. It's part of it, part of being out there and on the road and stuff. It's not the good part of it, but the good usually outweighs the bad. Just kind of chalk it up as a new life experience and keep collecting those life experiences. Oh, so he can't say where he's at until he gets back. Oh, I get it. Good night again. Sounds like G Schultz is taking off. And I think I've drugged this out long enough and kept you guys up late enough. By the way, this where'd it go? What the heck did I do with it? Well, right here it is. Yeah. This Swiss mocha cappuccino mix is really good. Really tasty. It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of like putting 2 hot chocolates into into one mix and then adding like just a little shade of coffee to it. Pretty much what that tastes like. The coffee's just barely there. Whew, I am full, guys. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks to everybody who was kind enough to do the super chat tonight. Good to hear that Jaden's doing good, even though Jaden isn't home. Everybody that showed up in the chat tonight, I super appreciate you guys. Thanks to everybody who hangs out over there on my Patreon. I really do appreciate that. Miss Marilyn, thank you so much, and Miss Renee and Miss Sharon, you guys, thank you for moderating. Appreciate it. Uh, Thank you, Kaylin. I appreciate you guys, and I'm gonna go share a little bit of this with my kids if they want some. If they don't, I'll probably eat some more of this myself and call it a night. I am pretty full though, I ain't gonna lie. So, all right, guys. I guess really all I got left to do is say thank you guys for watching. Oh yeah, wait, before I take off. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I'll be here. I don't think I'll be here to do the live stream next Saturday. So I might try to do one a day early on like Friday or something. I'll definitely announce it, try to announce it as far ahead of time as I can, as soon as I know what's going on with my schedule and whatnot. And, I prefer to be able to do it here at my table, and it's just, a lot more comfortable. Things are a lot more accessible. It makes it a lot easier on me. But regardless, if I can't, I can't, and I'll try to make it happen wherever I'm at. So, that being said, I will keep you guys informed as much as I can, as much as I know myself. So, again, now, this is where I'm going to wrap it up and say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Later.